Hello friends, welcome to .NET Awesome YouTube channel. In the previous article of the series Learning Angular 2 Step by Step, we have learned about Angular 2 attribute directives, where we have seen how to use built-in attribute directive and how to create our own custom attribute directive. In this tutorial, we will learn about Angular 2 structural directives. Here, first of all, we will see what is structural directive and how to use it, and then we will learn to create our own custom structural directive. Okay? Before watching this video, I will suggest you to watch my previous video where I have explained about Angular 2 attribute directive. Okay, let's start with structural directive. So what are structural directives? Structural directives are used for change the DOM layout by adding and removing DOM elements like ng4. ng4 structural directives adds or removes elements to the DOM depending on how many elements are there in the given array. Let's see how to use structural directive in an Angular 2 application. I'm going to open the application in VS Code editor what we have created in the previous tutorial. I have given the download link of the previously created application in this video description. You can download the application if you want. So what I will do, I will go to here, and you can also go to file menu, and then from here you can choose this option, open folder, and this is my previous application what we have created in the last tutorial. So I will select this one and then click on select folder for open this application here. Okay, so this is our application what we have created till the last video tutorial. So here I will show you how to use ng4 structural directive. ng4 is a built-in structural directive. Okay, the ng4 directive is a repeater directive. It adds and removes elements in our DOM depending on how many elements are in the given array. So for using this ng4 directive, we must have an array list first. In the Angular 2 component tutorial video, we have created an employee list component for showing list of employees. Let me open the template of the employee list component. So this employee list component is here inside the src and app folder. Here is a employee list folder, and this is our employee list controller, and this is the template of employee list controller. So I will open here. You can see here in the template of this employee list component we have used ng4 directive. Here star indicates that it's a structural directive. This is the syntax for using ng4 directive. What is it doing here? It's adding one tier element in our DOM for each item of the array employee list using this this as a template. Okay, and whenever we will add or remove any item in the array, a new element will be added or removed from our DOM. Let's see what happened when we will add a new item in this employee list array. Okay, but before doing any code here in this tutorial, I will run this application so you will have a clear idea what we have done till now. So for run this application, just go view, integrated terminal. Here I will write npm start and then press enter key. It will compile our whole entire application. It will take few seconds. It's compiling done. Light server started. You can see here we are showing the list of employees using this ng4. This is what we have done till now. Okay, so now I will write code here for add a new item here in this employee list. Okay, so let me stop this one first. Control C and then press Y, enter. Stopped. Now I will open this employee list component. You can see here we have done this coding, and from here on nginit we have called these functions for load all the initial data. I will write code here for add a new employee in our employee list array inside set timeout method, so we can see is ng4 directive automatically add a new element in our DOM for the newly added item in the array or not. So let me add set timeout method. Here I will add 5000 for delay. This 5000 means 5 seconds, and notice here I will write this way, so we can access this. Okay, this is available only when we will write code with this double bracket and arrow sign. Okay, so this dot employee list dot push so here we have to provide employee ID. Suppose this is for first name, Ricky, last name Roy, then we have to provide contact number, then designation HR. Okay, I have to save this one, Control S, and then I will run npm start for run the application. Let's see what happened. It's now showing 3 items, and it should add one more item here. Now it's added. You can see here this 4 is added a little delay. If I refresh again, you can see this is now 3 items is showing here now, and after 5 seconds it will add one new item. Yes, this is added. Okay, so ng4 is automatically added this new item because we have added a new item in our existing array list. Okay, ng4 exports some other values also, and those are index, first, last, even, and odd. Index return the current index of the iteration. First, return a boolean value for identifying is the current item is the first item or not in the iteration. Last, similarly, first it's identified the item is the last item or not. Even is also return a boolean value for identifying the current item is an even index, and odd is also return a boolean value for identifying is the current item is odd index. We can use these values as per our needs, like we can use the index value for showing serial number here in this table. Okay, so what we do most of the time when we are showing a list of items on our web page, right? So let's see how we can use it here. So for use the index, I can write let I is equal to index. This way we can get the index value here in our local variable. So this is how we can access the local variable, and then we can use here td I is the index, so its index means it's 0 base, so I will write I plus 1 for see the serial number. Let me add one th here also for this new column serial number, and now it's automatically in run mode, so it will update our browser. You can see here the serial number column is added, and this is showing the serial number. Okay, so this way we can use the index. We can also use others like odd, even, last, first. Like suppose I want to add one class if it is even, and one another class if it is the odd index. So we can use this class for styling our table. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Ng class. Okay, ng class. Here first of all I will assign even one local variable with this even from this ng4 exported value, and let odd equals to odd. This is the exported value, this even and odd from this ng4, and here we have assigned let even, let odd. This is our local values, okay, variable. So here we can use this one. So our class will be even when it's returned true for even, and I will add odd class when the current index is odd index. Okay, so this way we can assign. So it's already run mode, so let me see what happened here. Okay, sorry, it's given one error. Set attribute on element is the valid attribute name. Okay, sorry, I have done one mistake here. This should not be added here. Okay, so let's see now. You can see here it's showing this one, and now if I inspect the element, you can see this class, this tier is added even class, this is odd class, this is even class, this is odd class. That means in this way we can use the exported values from ng4. Okay, till now we have learned about built-in structural directives and seen how to use it. Let's create a custom structural directive now. See this image, the pagination control. This is what we are going to create our custom structural directive for. Okay, we are doing paging to prevent our pages from being too long and overwhelming, right? When we do paging, we do have a value to know the total number of pages available. So we can generate the pagination control based on the total page number value. So what we have to do is we have to add elements in our DOM for paging based on the total page number value, same as the ng4 built-in structural directive. But can we do that using ng4 directive? No, we cannot do that directly using the ng4 directive, because in the ng4 directive we have to give an array, but we have a numeric value of total page number, right? So what we are going to do is we will create our own custom structural directive where we can add, remove elements in our DOM based on a numeric value, not like ng4 where we have to pass one array. Okay, so let's do that. Creating directive in Angular 2 is similar like creating component, but here we have to decorate the class with directive decorator instead of component decorator. Let's create it. First of all, we have to add a TypeScript class for creating our custom structural directive. So here in our application, I will add a new folder here inside this shared folder, because I will use this our custom directive from multiple sections. So, let me stop this one first. Control C, Y. Okay, now I will add a folder here inside this shared folder for create our custom structural directive. So I will right click on this shared folder, then new folder. Here I will write range repeater. Okay, and inside this folder I will add one TypeScript class. So right click on this folder and click on new file, range repeater dot directive dot ts. Okay, so first of all I have to import directive from create Angular code. Okay, and then I will write one class with export keyword, because I will import this class from elsewhere. Export class range directive. This is our class name, and then what I need to do for making it as Angular 2 directive, I have to use directive decorator. Okay, and here I need to add selector, and then I have to provide the selector name, range repeater. So we have already make this class as an Angular 2 directive. This is now a directive, but as we are creating a structure directive and using this directive we will add remove elements in our DOM, we have to use template ref and view container ref for changing our layout. Template ref represent an embedded template that can be used to initiate embedded views, and view container ref represent a container where one or more views can be attached. So we have to import this template ref and view container ref, this one. Okay, this two will help us to add elements in our DOM so we can change our layout. Okay, now one more thing we have to import here is input, because we will pass the total page number value here into this directive. So I will import input. Okay, and basically this is the Angular way of injecting values directly into a component or directive. So for inject values we have to import input. So you can see here I have imported input also. Okay, now I will add a constructor method here, and will add template ref and view container ref as a parameter for getting the instances of these two. So for adding constructor method I have to write constructor, and inside this constructor I have to pass these two parameter, template ref, so private template ref of type template ref of any, and one more thing I have to import here, I have to add here for getting the instance of view container ref of type view container ref. Okay, so our constructor method is done. Now I will write one input here for receive injected values, what we will pass from where we will use the directive. here in our application we will pass these values from our employee list component, because I will use this in employee list component template. We will see this later. First let me finish this directive. So what I will do here, I need to use input decorator, okay, and then here I will add one setter method of the same name, so we can directly use this one, okay, and then here I will pass one value. This value we will pass from outside this directives, and this value will be injected here, okay, for receiving the values from outside to here in this directive. You can see I have used a setter function. We can directly add a variable here decorated with the input decorator for receiving the injected values, but here I have used a setter function as I want to transform the values rather than using it directly. Okay, so see what I am going to do here in this setter method. Here I will add elements in our DOM based on the provided values. So I will write a for loop here first. So for here for I number equals to value with 0 index value, which is from, and then less than equals to value 1 index, which is 2 I plus plus, and then inside the loop I will create elements to add in our DOM with the help of this view container reference and template ref. So how we can create this view, let's see. This dot view container of dot, there is a method create embedded view, and then here we need to provide this template reference value. So here this dot template ref, and here I will pass one object with the implicit property because I want to use the value of this I inside the template. So what I need to do here, I just want to add implicit implicit, and then here I need to pass this value I, so we can use this value of I, okay, from the template. This is the exported value, like we have used index in the ng4. Okay, so I'm going to save this one. This is done. But before use this embedded view, I think I should clear this one from here. So this dot view container dot clear, this method, when I will call this method, it if there is any embedded view is generated and added in our DOM, so it will clear the existing DOM, and then we will regenerate our elements in our DOM. Okay, so this is done. Now for use this template, I'll go to here, I'll copy this one, okay, and then so I will open here this one, the employee list component, and here I will use one divider, and here I will add one UL with a bootstrap class, pagination, okay, and pagination LG for looks it a little larger, and then inside it I will add one li, and now here I will add this range repeater which we have created. As it is structural directive, I need to use this star marks, and then here I will pass our range from 2. So I want to show pagination from page 1 to the total page number, and this page number we have not specified yet in our employee list component.ts file, so I will copy this one and create one property here with this name. So here public the name, and this is a number type equals to, suppose we have 5 page available for this listing, so I have assigned 5 here, and then I will go back to here. Okay, and here I will declare one local variable let page for export for access this I value what we have written here in a range repeater with the implicit property. So I can use this page here. Now I will add one attribute, and here I will show this page number, okay, the value of I. So this is done. For now I'm just adding one dummy URL here, employee slash page slash, yeah, I will pass page. It will not work now because I have not any URL like this. So in this way we can use our range repeater. Okay, before run the application, one thing we have to do, we have to register this in our bootstrap module, which is app.module.ts file here. So here I need to import first before use this range repeater in our application. So should range repeater, okay, so range repeater directive, then I need to add this here in the declaration section for use in our template inside our application. Okay, so this is done. Let me run our application to see everything is working fine or not. So in the terminal we have to write npm start. You can see here the pagination control is showing perfectly fine, and this is showing 1 to 5 because I have added total page number is 5, and you can see here in this below URL this is 1 2 3 4 5, so it's working perfectly fine. We can show this number in a drop down also, just we need to add 2 lines of code. So what I can do here, if I write one select here, and if I add options, and then if I use this one, so this will show in a drop down also. So here I have added this one, and the value what I will do, I will make it bind with this page, and here page, so this will show in a drop down as well. Okay, let me see. You can see here one drop down is showing, and it's also loading this all 1 to 5 page number here. Let me do add one bootstrap class here, form control style width is 200 pixel. Okay, so now you can see it looks perfect. That means our custom structural directive is working perfectly fine. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and keep watching my .NET Awesome YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you.